So, my turn.
Is it?
Well, Natalie's story begins actually with her brother Max. He's 2 years older. When he was born, it was everything that we could ask for and more.
And then a couple of years later, we found out we were going to be having Natalie. And after about 16 weeks, when you have those tests, we found out that Natalie would have a little something extra. We knew she was going to be special. And in our typical fashion, we took it in, grieved a little bit then, and set about learning everything we could to help her and make her life wonderful. And so that's been our goal from the very start. We, goodness, prayed for her and prayed for her health, but she is healthy and she is very much engaged in the world, and we are happy.
At the time, society was pretty open overall, I would say. And it's kind of interesting because we grew up in an era where Down syndrome was a situation where people went to the state school. And we knew that we didn't want that. We started to not have as great of experience in middle school and high school, and it just wasn't a fit for us. I mean, we tried really hard. We were advocates. We've always been advocates for her, and we found plenty of allies over time. But the schools that she was at just weren't delivering what we wanted it to be.
There's a thing called the soft bigotry of low expectations, and that's a mouthful, but it's what we saw happening in Natalie's life. We knew that Natalie had capabilities. She had done so great in her early years. And then to see that, in a way, what schools were wanting to do was warehouse and segregate. And we didn't see that as being the answer for Natalie. And so we got on some mailing lists for some different homes, different group homes, different entities that were down in the Houston area and down around the hill country. And so we knew about those, but there was nothing here in Lubbock. The thought of just uprooting our home from Lubbock to get Natalie acclimated in another part of Texas, that was hard for us. We just couldn't even fathom doing that. And luckily, we didn't have to, because High Point Village came along. And that has been a huge blessing in our life. The fact that she can do community, she can have a life, she can continue to grow with people that she's known for many, many years, and have a real community of friends.
Starting High Point Village for Natalie was really an answer to prayer. It was more than we expected, because we talked about we wanted her to be in a loving and challenging environment, and it was. And she has flourished. Natalie gets to be a part of so many more things. Her social calendar is bigger than ours. She does a lot of stuff just during the day that is way more than what we do. And then in the afternoons, she has a lot of activities and through Reach High. And then she has some other activities in addition to that. It's hilarious to go out with Natalie to a restaurant or to the mall or some other place, because she has friends all over town. You know, we mentioned her social life is better than ours, so we'll be going out somewhere. She knows a lot more people than we do.
I love to see how the staff works with each villager as an individual. Natalie has her own personality, she has her own abilities, and what I love is that no matter what area we're in, the staff is pursuing a better version of Natalie to get to the point where she needs to be. Whether it's in behavior, whether it's dealing with a difficulty with a friend, whether it's doing that math worksheet, all of the staff stands ready to figure it out. And we know that we can get with the staff, tell them what we're seeing, discuss what they're seeing, and we come to a plan. Natalie's life since getting to be a part of High Point Village it's like black and white. She gets to live out such a dream. And I think sometimes she doesn't understand, and we try to convey to her just how blessed she is to be around the staff that's there and to get to do all the activities that she gets to do. She really has a life that's being lived in color.
And it's not just color. It's like Technicolor or Panavision or HD color. It's it's bold and bright colors.
Well, and it's got depth. The relationships that she has with the teachers and some of her friends there, she would have never had that if it weren't for High Point Village, period.